Whitney Houston was an international superstar who achieved massive success in the music and entertainment industry. But there were times when she would have very disturbing dreams that may have predicted her tragic end. So let's talk about the dreams of Whitney Houston. The iconic Whitney Houston was a multi-award-winning singer and actress and one of the best-selling music artists of all time. She came to fame in the mid-1980s and quickly climbed to the top of the pop music charts. But by the early 90s, her struggles with drug abuse and addiction were widely known. Along with a turbulent marriage, Whitney's life began to spin out of control. This lifestyle eventually caused her death on February 11th, 2012. And although this information is publicly known, what many people don't know is that Whitney Houston had many disturbing dreams that may have pointed towards her tragic death. In a 2018 documentary entitled Whitney, Whitney Houston talks about having recurring dreams that were very frightening. In the interview, Whitney says this: "I'd have these dreams about being on a bridge and the bridge going back and forth and swaying. There's a big storm coming. I'm always running from a giant. I'm always running from this big man. I know I can make it. My mother always says, 'Oh, you know that's nothing but the devil. He's just trying to get you. He wants your soul.' And in a sense, it's true. There's been several times the devil has tried to get me. And it's funny, when I wake up, I'm always exhausted from running." Now let's look at that dream for a minute. In her description, Whitney talks about being on a bridge. Now, a bridge in a dream can represent a pathway that connects one place to another. But the bridge in her dream was going back and forth, and she said it was swaying. So this would tend to represent unsteadiness or instability in some way. So it would represent an unstable pathway or an unstable journey or instability in her life's journey. Then she mentions that a big storm is coming, and storms in dreams would tend to have a negative meaning. It would be pointing to a negative situation, and this would represent the storms of life. In other words, trials and tribulations that's on the way, or the storms of life that she was experiencing at the time. Then she encounters a giant or a giant man. And giants in dreams can represent huge obstacles or something that has tremendous strength, something that can be very overpowering to the dreamer. So the giant in her dream would represent something so big that it brought her fear and terror. So giants can represent something big, a huge negative issue in the life of the dreamer that's overtaking or overpowering the dreamer. Now, her mother said something interesting. She said the devil was after Whitney's soul. We know this is absolutely true because Jesus said in the book of John, the 10th chapter and the 10th verse, "The thief does not come except to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly." So we know this is obviously true, that the enemy was after Whitney's soul, and the enemy is after our souls as well. Hey, have you picked up your copy of The Mysterious Language of Dreams yet? In this book, I go more in depth about dreams and dream interpretation than I do on my YouTube videos. I talk about the depth dimension of dreams, dream layers. I talk about the time dimension of a dream. Also, dreams and the imagination, which is quite interesting. I also have put over 40 real life actual dreams that people have dreamt in the book for you to practice your interpretation skills. Also in the back of the book is a dream dictionary with over 400 dream symbols. So I've left a link in the description box below where you can go and pick up your copy of The Mysterious Language of Dreams today. So these dreams that Whitney Houston had were very prophetic and revealing. They reveal what was going on in her life at the time. There was a lot of turmoil, and we know this by the storms and the giant that was chasing her in the dream. There was a lot of fear going on, instability as symbolized by the swaying bridge, the bridge going back and forth. So that would represent emotional and spiritual instability. I also want to point out that she kept having these dreams, which means they were recurring dreams. And recurring dreams tend to represent that there's a pressing issue in the dreamer's life that the dreamer needs to address and resolve. And once the issue or issues is resolved, the recurring dreams usually stop. So if you have recurring dreams, God is trying to highlight or get you to focus on a particular issue or issues in your life. And it's important that you address and resolve these issues. It's important to your life's purpose. And we all know that Whitney Houston had unresolved issues right up until the time of her death. What do you think about Whitney Houston's dreams? Do you think God was trying to warn her in her dreams? Were there any elements that stood out to you? I want to know what you think, so leave your comments in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'll talk to you all next time.